Hello, welcome to my spooky playground. Today I want to talk about some little space activities that you can do if you want to slip into a little middle headspace. Welcome to my area post first day of work. It is a mess and I'm too tired to set it up, so I just want to get started with this list because honestly I feel like the ideas that people have are so vague. Like, let's talk about the obvious ones. Play pretend with your stuffies, color or draw, and watch Little Space or kids cartoons. Like, those three are the ones I hear all the time, but these ones are ones that maybe you haven't thought about, maybe you have, or maybe it's just not talked about as much. I don't know. Let's get into it. The first one is kind of drawing, but more so creating worlds and OCs. I remember as a kid, my biggest thing, or things that I feel like a lot of us did, was we got a world we liked and we created a OC in it, and we drew that OC and we made stories with that. I know there were so many warrior cat ones. Apparently that was a thing. I don't remember that, but warrior cat OCs were a thing. What I do remember is everyone had a Sonic OC. I'm trying to think of other ones that I can remember off the top of my head, but just either inserting yourself into a story that's, you know, a world that you love, or making an OC or whatever it is. I remember doing that so much as a kid, and that's something that you can do to slip into your little middle headspace. The next one is to play pretend, but this isn't like a play pretend with your stuffies or your toys. Instead, it's specifically play pretend animals. Does anybody remember sticking a towel into their pants, or like around their pant loop to be like a little tail? Like, I don't know if I've ever met a kid back in my day, I should say. I don't know how kids are now, but I don't think I've ever met a kid as I was growing up who didn't pretend to be an animal. So that's another activity you can do instead of just like playing restaurant or, you know, nursery or whatever. You can definitely go down the route of, even if you're not into pet regression, you can still pretend as animals. I feel like we all have done that before. Another one, this is more for my middles, I would say bake. And I think this is really fun because I remember as a kid, we would bake cookies specifically and decorate them, whether that was for Santa or for the Easter Bunny, and we didn't care about perfection. We just cut out the cookies and then slapped a whole bunch of icing on top of it, put maybe sprinkles or whatever, and called it a day, and had so much fun doing that. So I think baking is also a good one, again, for our middles. I think cupcakes you can do, and not focusing on making them aesthetically pleasing, and instead just having fun with it and with the decorating. The next one, I feel like kind of, I guess you can say, goes along with like coloring and drawing, but more so in a physical sense, and that's crafting. I think of school crafts that we used to do. We used to get the construction paper, and we would, like for Turkey Day, we would trace our hands, and then we'll make turkeys, and then sometimes we would like get different colors for the different fingers and everything like that. Decorating eggs for Easter. I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head. All I know is, like, when I was growing up, I remember there was this website that had like thousands upon thousands of different crafts you can do, and you can either print them out or you can follow the instructions, and they had them based off of like different themes. So you could do animals, you could do space. There was so much that you can do, and I think tapping into that inner child in us and doing like physical crafts, some other things along with that could be like Play-Doh or moon sand, something tactile, that you're using your hands and stuff, I think doing that could really help with tapping into the little middle headspace. And then the last one is just nostalgia for you. What I found was when I watched the shows and movies that I watched as a kid, I slipped so hard, so fast, and I don't know why. I know there's some type of like psychology behind it. I couldn't tell you because I'm not a psychologist, but I watched Emperor's New Groove, I watched Aristocats, and I watched, what was the other? Oh, Robin Hood, like the classic Disney movies that I remember growing up with. I watched those and I slipped so quickly. It's not just movies or it's not just movies, but it can also be shows. It could be video games. I bought the original Xbox and I've been playing games that I played growing up, and again, I slipped so quickly into my headspace because I don't know. I was gonna explain why, but I don't know why. Other things could be buying toys you used to grow up with, or trying to think off the top of my head. Maybe even just like activities you did as a kid. You know, I think I want to get back into making polymer clay creations because that was a big part of my childhood and stuff. But doing things that are very nostalgic for you and not that stuff that's going to be like aesthetically pleasing for the internet, I feel like can really help you fall into that middle space, or sorry, into that little space if you need to slip. Being a little bit more honest though with like how I get into my little middle space, sometimes like I just lay there. Yesterday was a good example. I was feeling low energy and a little bit of like anxiety for my new job, and literally all I did was lay in bed and I had my pacifier in and I was just staring at the ceiling. And sometimes that's what little space looks like. It doesn't have to always be playing with toys and doing something fun, you know, especially if you're dealing with some heavy stuff in your big age area. I'm losing my train of thought, but sometimes all it really is laying there staring at the ceiling, dumping a bunch of Lego out on the floor just to feel it, not really actively doing anything. And that's okay too if that's what your little space looks like. I feel like we don't talk about that enough, and everything is about doing something and, you know, being reactive, I guess you can say, instead of just being, if any of that makes sense. So I just wanted to share that because like sometimes for me, my little space looks like me putting this on because it's so soft, and then putting in a pacifier, laying back and just sitting there. So yeah, now let's get on to the next part of this video. I do want to show you some things that I found. I didn't want to make this part, this little haul, a separate video just because I've been doing a lot of haul videos, but I really want to show you guys what I found because I'm so freaking excited. I went around so many Targets. On Thursday I went to 5 different Targets. Wait, let me count, make sure I'm not lying to you. 1, 2, 3, yep, 5 different Targets, doing a little search, and I have a video on that. That's my FNAF and Digital Circus haul. So I went to 5 different Targets looking for FNAF and Digital Circus. Then yesterday on my way home from my new job, I think I passed 3 Targets. I went to 3 different Targets, again searching for the same things, and I didn't find anything. Today, the route that took me home was different, and I don't know why, but that meant I passed by even more Targets, and I finally found what I was looking for. After 8, I guess if you count the one I went to today, 9 different Targets, I finally found what I was looking for, and a little bit more. Where is he? This I finally found him. It is the Maid Jacks. People are selling this for like around $20 to $30 on Mercari, and I almost bought it. I was like trying to negotiate with this guy. They wanted $15. I was asking $14.20, and then they just asked $15 again, and I'm like, you know what, you're being difficult. I'm just gonna wait. And I'm glad I did, because I won. And then I was debating whether I wanted to get this one, but I want to do a Jack's shelf, so I think this would be really cool to add. But it is the Safari Jacks. And then I got Kane. He's so funny. Oh, I love this guy. They had a stuffy of Kane, and I wanted to get him, but it was like, I didn't like that it was like morphed. I don't know, I couldn't explain it. I did get another one of these guys because I want to do a keychain for him. I want to make a keychain out of him, right? But then I want the other one so that I can have it for my dolls. So I got a second one. And then I got this one, which when we opened the Jack's one, it came with a trading card. So now I want to see Kane's trading card. It does have Gingle and Pomni as well. Or not in this box, but to collect. And there's the art. It has those two as well. I didn't find them, but I also don't know if I would get them. Maybe Gingle I would get. Maybe Pomni, just to collect the cards. Oh no, open up for me. Just to collect the cards, but if I didn't get them, I wouldn't be sad. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Look, this is really what I wanted to show. Look it. Oh, I love it so much. Eee! Okay, I don't know where I put the other card, which is really bad. I shouldn't have lost that card. I don't think I put it back in the box, but that's for future me to deal with. Oopsies. That is for future me to deal with. But I do have a few other things that are not Digital Circus related. I did find this little guy. I want to open it right now, actually, because I think its stomach, yeah, the stomach is a bit squishy, so, and it looks like it's only a couple pieces. No, it looks like I'm gonna have to build it. I'm not gonna open it. His name is, her name is Emily, apparently, but it's a little bat. So cute. And last but not least, I have never seen this before. I have never seen this before, and apparently it was on sale. I did go to a rich neighborhood Target, so I think that's why I found a lot of these, but I have never in my life seen this before. Now, I don't have an 18-inch doll who could wear this yet, but there is one that I want to get. And I really do like that shirt. The skirt is a bit mid. They don't do their skirts very well, in my opinion. You can't see that. In my opinion, I don't think they do their skirts very well. But who is that? Snow White? She's cute. But I ended up picking this up on sale for like $10.50. And I don't remember what everything else was, but I wanted to grab this because, like I said, I haven't seen it, and I was afraid if I didn't pick it up then, I would never find it again. So watch me see it in all of my Targets now. So that was my haul and a little bit of me talking about different activities you can do to get into a little middle headspace. Let me know what activities you do. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Bye!